The UN Summit of the Future is underway in New York City ahead of the annual General Assembly meeting later this week. The UNGA earlier approved a Pact of the Future, a document designed to turn promises made there into actions.
World leaders here are calling this a pivotal moment for the United Nations. The two-day Summit of the Future comes 79 years after the world body was established. Now, heads of state, government and foreign ministers sat inside this historic hall have been tasked with giving it a refresh in the face of ever-growing criticism of the UN.
We are here to bring multilateralism back from the brink. I called for this summit to consider deep reforms to make global institutions more legitimate, fair and effective based on the values of the UN Charter.
Addressing climate change, governing emerging technologies and overcoming geopolitical tensions were key issues addressed by speakers here.
Now, for those of you who may have just tuned in, ladies and gentlemen, I want to assure you that these are not my beliefs. In fact, I've studied the mysteries and studied the secret religion for many, many years, and I can tell you it's absolutely complete and utter bullshit. It's a con job used to convince those idiot followers who join these organizations knowing nothing about them so that they can slowly be indoctrinated into the new religion of the New World Order, which is supposedly coming, if we're unable to stop it, in the new age of Aquarius, which will create literally a new heaven and a new earth and usher in the reign of totalitarian socialist world government upon this earth. It will take the form of a religious and political charismatic leader who is said to be ready to unite the world as one, in peace forever, in one world government, one world religion, and a new sixth root race. In their literature and in their explanations and their esoteric teachings, which you must understand the symbology of in order to be able to understand the meaning, this means the dissolution of all nation states, the destruction of all individual national sovereignty, the elimination of nationalism and patriotism. In fact, these ideals or ideas will be called a psychotic mental illness. People who believe in that way, according to those who are bringing about this new world, will be exterminated. It means the elimination, the destruction of all of the world's religions, or the combining of those religions into one, which will be the secular humanist religion, the profundity, if you will. I don't even know if that's a word, but it sounds good. That man himself is God.
All right, hope everyone's good. Watch the rest of that on I've Got One That Can See. I'll leave the link below. But we know who the UN is and everyone connected to that. You know, Lucius Trust, how we talk about that all the time. But someone had asked me, well, what about all those other people that ran against this Polish president? What would have happened if they would have won? Well, I'm going to just show you a very short glimpse and plus some other pictures. So here's Nawrocki, who won, right? We looked at him already. Well, what about Tusk? Oh, right. Same kind of honors, same kind of awards, you know, linked to all the others. What about Trzaskowski? Yeah. Well, he too has received a few, at least, honors and is connected, of course, to everyone else. He was a part of the European Council on Foreign Relations. Do I need to say anything more? Sure, sometimes I can find some of them with the same people. Well, but not all the time, but they are receiving all the same kind of awards, right? Just like Zelensky is all over the place, the actor, just like Trump also is an actor. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Even our president seen with Alex Soros seen with many, many others. Macrons and all the same people, right? They're all affiliated with each other. I don't know how else to say this or how else to show this with some pictures here. Slow down, rewind, watch them. But all I can say is it's the same show. Their sons or nephews or nieces all doing the exact same things. Because why? Because they all have the same spirit. They're all affiliated. They're all united. We know it, but it's hard to share with others, right? And yes, they have a different kind of power. Or should we say spirit? Right. Because she just came out with a new book, and I noticed this while watching Carl Vernon. Now you can read some of the things that are said even by Melinda Gates. But listen to Carl Vernon as well.
Tim Stanley from The Telegraph, he gave it a massive 1 out of 5 stars, 1 star out of 5. And in the title he's put, Jacinda Arden's virtual signalling memoir is like one long therapy session. And a different kind of power, the former New Zealand leader advocates for empathy in politics. Shame she shows so little for her critic. Don't read this book. You won't anyway. It's by Jacinda Arden. But if I tell you that it's a memoir dedicated to the criers, worriers and huggers, you'll have an idea of the nightmare you've dodged. 350-page transcript of a therapy session, and in which she just literally writes about her experience in her life. And the general theme of it is promoting kindness, apparently. Yeah, kindness. General kindness, but mostly empathy in politics. Huh? If you wanted a very quick example of massive hypocrisy and how it works, then just go back, refresh the memory, and just play some of the previous clips of our lovely Jacinda at the time of the Rona, and you judge for yourself how much empathy was demonstrated by her. Of course, you know, for many of you watching this, I'm sure don't need to highlight this fact, but
I think all of us can relate to that, right? And Sanna Marin here in Finland was the exact same. Yes, her and how she was connected to everybody. Trudeau, she was at the World Economic Forum. She met with Jacinda. And right, she talked about the rules-based order, while also standing here like the Baphomet star or the Freemason as above, so below kind of thing going on. And she's met with all the same. I mean, with the look-alike or whatever this was. But anyway, they're all the same. Meeting with Zelensky, meeting with Klaus Schwab, meeting with all the others. So they are like-minded. They are all the same, receiving all the same awards and being in all the same clubs. But I think we understand we would not buy her book or any of their books, and we don't trust them either. We know the spirit that they're united with, right? And all the partners, all the connections, all the same people giving each other awards. Every year, I believe they get an award, if not more than just one award. But anyway, and that's why I keep having to renew the pictures I have for them, because they keep giving each other new awards. They're all connected, and I don't know how else to say that any clearer. Just wanted to share that. But we understand they show it with signs, symbols, and so much more, and we will not trust in any of their lies. No matter who is president, we won't trust them. It's what you call the Higelian Dialectic game that they play. That's what they played in Poland too. And this whole kill the bill, he just wants his money back for his company, you know? He just wants to keep having people buy those electric cars of his. It's a big show. I think we get it. I would never buy one of those. But to each his own. All I know is I'm going to stick with the gas. Stick with the old things, just like cash. Use cash as much as possible. But it's a show. Who knows what they'll come up with next, but Kill the Bill is the newest one. But we know they're all in the same kind of clubs. All right, just wanted to share that really quickly with you guys. You guys understand. Stay firm and holding on to God, and let's just enjoy the weekend. God bless you guys. Take care. Till next time.
As the Senate forges ahead on President Trump's big, beautiful bill, Elon Musk ramps up his criticism, calling to, quote, kill the bill. Musk says a new spending bill should be drafted that doesn't massively grow the deficit and increase the debt ceiling.